Have you ever imagined witnessing Jesus return to earth? For countless people in Jerusalem, this became a stunning reality as Christ appeared in the sky above the holy city. From the initial shock to the global reaction, we'll take you through every incredible detail of this world-changing event. What messages did Jesus bring? How are religious leaders interpreting this vision? We've got the answers you're seeking. Picture this. A quiet evening in Jerusalem, the ancient city bathed in the soft glow of streetlights. Families gather for dinner, shopkeepers close up for the night, and tourists stroll along the narrow cobblestone streets. The air is thick with the scent of spices and the distant sound of prayers. It's a scene that has played out countless times over millennia. But in an instant, everything changes. A blinding light suddenly pierces the night sky, brighter than 1,000 suns. The once familiar stars vanish, overwhelmed by this heavenly radiance. People shield their eyes, stumbling in confusion. What could possibly be happening? As eyes adjust to the brilliance, an extraordinary sight unfolds. There, descending from the parting clouds, is a figure of unimaginable majesty. Jesus Christ himself, clothed in garments of pure light, hovers above the holy city. Surrounding him is a host of angels, their wings spanning the horizon, creating a celestial spectacle unlike anything ever witnessed. Eyewitnesses report a range of reactions. Sarah, a local shopkeeper, describes falling to her knees in awe. "I felt a wave of peace wash over me," she says, her voice trembling with emotion. "It was like every worry I've ever had just melted away." Others speak of an overwhelming sense of joy and reverence. David, a visiting American tourist, recounts, "I've been to church my whole life, but nothing could have prepared me for this. It was beyond words." But not everyone responds with immediate acceptance. Some onlookers express confusion or even fear. "I thought it must be some kind of elaborate hologram or light show," admits Ahmed, a skeptical university student. "But then I felt this presence. It was undeniable." As word spreads, the streets of Jerusalem quickly fill with people. Crowds gather on rooftops and in squares, all eyes fixed on the heavenly vision. The air buzzes with a mixture of prayers, cries of joy, and urgent questions. What could this divine manifestation mean for Jerusalem? For the world? Is this the long-awaited second coming foretold in Scripture, or is it a sign of something else entirely? The impact on the city is immediate and profound. The usual sounds of traffic and commerce fall silent, replaced by a hushed reverence. People of all faiths find themselves drawn together, united in their awe of the miraculous sight above them. Witnesses describe a palpable change in the atmosphere. The air itself seems charged with energy, tingling with a sense of the divine. Some report feeling weightless, as if the normal laws of physics have been suspended. Others speak of hearing faint, otherworldly music carried on an impossible breeze. As the minutes stretch into hours, the vision remains. Jesus and his angelic host continue to hover above Jerusalem, their radiance undiminished. The city that has seen so much history now finds itself at the center of what may be the most significant event in human existence. But this awe-inspiring apparition is just the beginning. As dawn approaches, bringing with it the promise of a new day, Jerusalem, and indeed the entire world, stands on the brink of even more extraordinary revelations. What messages might this divine visitation bring? How will it change our understanding of faith, of reality itself? The answers to these questions lie in the unfolding events of this miraculous night. As the world grapples with this divine manifestation, an ancient scroll is unearthed beneath Jerusalem's streets. Could its contents hold the key to unlocking the true meaning of this heavenly vision? The words etched upon its weathered surface may just rewrite everything we thought we knew about the second coming. Imagine standing in the streets of Jerusalem, your eyes fixed on the radiant figure of Jesus hovering above the city. The scene before you seems to leap straight from the pages of Scripture. bringing ancient prophecies to life in a way no one ever expected. For centuries, believers have pored over biblical texts, searching for clues about the second coming. Now, as the sky blazes with divine light, those age-old predictions take on new, urgent meaning. But how does this awe-inspiring vision align with traditional interpretations of end-times prophecies? The appearance of Jesus and his angelic host over Jerusalem has sent biblical scholars and theologians into a frenzy of research and debate. Many point to the book of Revelation, where the sounding of trumpets heralds significant divine events. Could the mysterious melodies heard across the city be the very trumpet blasts foretold in Scripture? Others turn to the words of Jesus himself in the Gospel of Matthew. For as lightning that comes from the east is visible even in the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man, he said. The sudden brilliant light that illuminated Jerusalem certainly seems to fit this description. And what of the wars and rumors of wars that Jesus spoke of as signs of the end times? With global tensions at a boiling point, some see this heavenly apparition as the fulfillment of that dire warning. The prophet Zechariah's words echo with newfound power. Then the Lord will be king over all the earth. In that day there will be one Lord, and his name, the only name. As people of all faiths stand united in awe of the vision above, could this be the moment Zechariah foresaw? Yet not all interpretations align neatly. Some theologians caution against hasty conclusions, reminding us that no one knows the day or the hour of Christ's return. They suggest this manifestation might be a divine reminder of God's presence or a call to repentance, rather than the second coming itself. As debates rage, surprising connections between the vision and ancient prophecies continue to emerge. The arrangement of the angels, the timing of their appearance, even the way the light falls on Jerusalem, each detail seems to correspond to obscure passages long overlooked by many scholars. Could generations of believers have misinterpreted key prophecies about the end times? The implications are staggering. If this truly is the fulfillment of biblical prophecy, it means humanity stands on the brink of judgment, redemption, and cosmic transformation. The fate of every soul hangs in the balance as the world watches and waits for what might happen next. But the heavenly sights weren't the only extraordinary occurrence that night. As dawn approaches, whispers of even more miraculous events begin to spread through the stunned crowds. Just when it seemed the night couldn't get any more extraordinary, the sky itself began to sing. But this was no ordinary music. Eyewitnesses describe a sound that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, carrying a message that words alone could never convey. What hidden truths lie within these celestial melodies? As the radiant figure of Jesus hovered above Jerusalem, a hush fell over the awestruck crowds. In that moment of breathless anticipation, the first notes of an otherworldly symphony pierced the air. Witnesses report a sound unlike anything they had ever experienced, a chorus of trumpets so pure and intense that it seemed to penetrate their very souls. It was as if the heavens themselves had found a voice, recounts Sarah, a local shopkeeper. The music filled every corner of the city, yet it felt like it was playing just for me. Others described the sound as both beautiful and terrifying, a harmony that defied earthly explanation. What set these sounds apart from any human composition? Eyewitnesses speak of notes that seemed to bend reality itself, carrying emotions and ideas beyond the limits of language. Some reported feeling weightless as the music washed over them, while others fell to their knees in reverence. As word spread, people from all walks of life rushed to capture this divine symphony. Social media exploded with videos, each one struggling to do justice to the unearthly sounds. One user's post went viral. "It feels like the entire sky is trying to tell us something. Can you hear it?" Scientists and sound engineers worked frantically to analyze the recordings, but their equipment seemed inadequate to the task. Theories ranging from atmospheric phenomena to electromagnetic disturbances were proposed, yet none could fully explain the profound impact of the music on those who heard it. What message could these heavenly melodies be conveying? Many felt a sense of urgency, as if humanity was being called to awaken to something greater. It's like every note is reminding us that we're part of a divine plan, mused David, the American tourist. I've never felt so small, yet so important at the same time. As the night wore on, reports began to trickle in from around the globe. From the streets of New York to the Australian outback, people claimed to hear echoes of the same celestial chorus. Could this be a worldwide summons, a final warning, or perhaps an invitation to something beyond our wildest dreams? The true nature and impact of these sounds may never be fully understood. What's clear is that those who experienced them were forever changed. The music seemed to awaken a deep spiritual longing in even the most skeptical hearts. It sparked a global conversation about faith, purpose, and humanity's place in the cosmos. As dawn broke over Jerusalem, the heavenly symphony began to fade, but its echoes lingered in the minds and souls of all who heard it. The city that had witnessed so much history now stood at the threshold of a new era, one where the boundary between heaven and earth seemed more permeable than ever before. With the air still vibrating with celestial harmonies, attention turned to those tasked with interpreting this miraculous event. Religious leaders from every faith tradition scrambled to make sense of what had transpired. What would they say about this divine visitation, and how would their words shape the world's response to this extraordinary night? As the echoes of heaven faded, a new chorus arose, the voices of earth's spiritual guides. But in a city sacred to three faiths, could any single interpretation reign supreme? Prepare for a clash of divine insight as we reveal how the world's religious leaders are grappling with a miracle that defies easy explanation. In the wake of the awe-inspiring vision of Jesus and his angelic host, Jerusalem has become a spiritual epicenter like never before. Religious leaders from every faith tradition have flocked to the holy city, each eager to offer their interpretation of this earth-shattering event. But as the dust settles, it's clear that reaching a consensus won't be easy. Christian leaders have been quick to embrace the apparition as a clear sign of Christ's imminent return. "This is the moment we've been waiting for," declared one prominent pastor, his eyes shining with fervent belief. "The second coming is upon us." Yet even within Christianity, divisions are emerging. Some urge caution, warning against hasty conclusions. "We must carefully discern the true meaning of this vision," advised a respected theologian. "God's ways are often more mysterious than we expect." Meanwhile, Jewish authorities approach the event with a mix of wonder and wariness. Throughout our history, Jerusalem has been a site of divine manifestation, acknowledged a leading rabbi. But we must remain grounded in our traditions as we seek to understand this unprecedented occurrence. Some Jewish leaders see the vision as a call for unity among all people, while others worry it could inflame tensions in an already volatile region. Islam's response has been equally nuanced. "This vision reminds us of the shared roots of our Abrahamic faiths," stated an influential imam. Perhaps it's a divine call for peace and reconciliation in our troubled world. Yet questions linger about how this apparently Christian vision fits into Islamic theology. Some Muslim scholars suggest it might be a test of faith, urging their followers to stay true to their beliefs in the face of such a powerful spectacle. As the sun rises on a new day in Jerusalem, an extraordinary gathering is taking place. Behind closed doors, leaders from Christianity, Judaism, and Islam have come together in an emergency interfaith summit. What earth-shattering consensus could emerge from this unprecedented meeting of minds? Or will ancient divisions prove too deep to overcome, even in the face of a shared miracle? Reports of heated debates and impassioned pleas for unity filter us out from the conference room. Some speak of finding common ground in the vision's message of hope and renewal. Others clash over conflicting interpretations of Scripture and prophecy. As the world holds its breath waiting for guidance, one thing becomes clear. This miraculous event has the power to either unite humanity in shared wonder or deepen the rifts between us. Yet even as Jerusalem's religious leaders struggle to find common ground, a global spiritual awakening is unfolding. From Vatican City to Mecca, from Hindu temples to Buddhist monasteries, faith leaders around the world are issuing statements of solidarity and calls for reflection. "We stand with our brothers and sisters in Jerusalem," declared the Dalai Lama. "May this divine visitation inspire all of humanity to seek a higher truth." As night falls once again on the holy city, the world waits with bated breath. Will Jerusalem's religious authorities emerge with a unified message of hope, or will conflicting interpretations sow seeds of discord? One thing is certain, the eyes of the faithful are fixed on this ancient city, waiting for a sign that will shape the future of belief itself. But not everyone is convinced by these religious explanations. As dawn breaks on a new era of faith, another group of experts is racing to unravel the mysteries of that extraordinary night. While religious leaders debate theology, a team of scientists has made a shocking discovery. Could the apparition of Jesus be linked to a cosmic phenomenon that occurs only once every 1,000 years? The answer may force us to redefine the very nature of miracles. As Jerusalem grapples with the aftermath of the heavenly vision, the scientific community has sprung into action. Researchers from around the world have descended upon the holy city, armed with an array of sophisticated equipment. Their mission? To unravel the mysteries of that extraordinary night using the tools of modern science. But how does one approach a phenomenon that seems to defy natural explanation? Dr. Sarah Cohen, a renowned astrophysicist, admits the challenge is unprecedented. "We're dealing with something that pushes the boundaries of our understanding," she explains. "Our instruments are picking up readings we've never seen before." As scientists scramble to make sense of the data, a variety of theories have emerged. Some researchers propose that a rare atmospheric phenomenon could have created the illusion of divine figures in the sky. Others suggest that a previously unknown type of cosmic radiation might be responsible for the mass visions and auditory experiences reported by witnesses. Dr. James Martinez, a quantum physicist, offers a more radical hypothesis. What if the barrier between parallel universes temporarily thinned? He posits. It could explain the seemingly impossible sights and sounds experienced by so many. Yet for all their efforts, scientists struggle to fully explain the event's profound impact on witnesses. The emotional and spiritual effects reported go far beyond what we'd expect from any known natural phenomenon, admits Dr. Cohen. It's as if the very fabric of reality was altered, even if only for a moment. The mysterious sounds that accompanied the vision have proven particularly baffling. Despite various attempts to rationalize the otherworldly melodies, each scientific explanation falls short of capturing their true essence. Many witnesses remain convinced that there was something truly divine about what they heard. Adding to the intrigue, reports have begun to emerge from around the world of similar sound phenomena. This global pattern of mysterious auditory experiences suggests that what happened in Jerusalem may be part of a larger, as yet unexplained event. As researchers continue their investigations, the intersection of science and spirituality has become a hot topic of debate. Historical examples of similar clashes over miraculous occurrences, such as the Shroud of Turin or the Fatima apparitions, are being revisited in light of this new phenomenon. Dr. Martinez sees this as a unique opportunity for growth. Whether or not we find a scientific explanation, this event is pushing us to expand our understanding of the universe, he says. It's a reminder that there's still so much we don't know. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, the city finds itself at the center of a global scientific endeavor. Will researchers uncover a rational explanation for the miraculous events, or will the mystery only deepen? One thing is certain, the quest for answers has only just begun. But as scientists peer through microscopes and telescopes, a larger question looms. Why Jerusalem? What is it about this ancient city that makes it the stage for such a world-changing event? For millennia, Jerusalem has been a focal point of faith, conflict, and prophecy. Now, as heavenly visions light up its skies, we must ask, is this city more than just a backdrop for miracles? What if Jerusalem itself holds the answer to why Jesus chose to appear here, of all places on earth? Jerusalem isn't just any city. It's a place where history and divinity intertwine, where every stone seems to whisper of ancient promises. For Christians, Jews, and Muslims alike, this city holds unparalleled significance. But why would a divine vision choose to manifest here, in this time of turmoil and tension? The answer may lie deep in the city's spiritual DNA. Jerusalem has been a stage for miracles before. It's where Solomon built his magnificent temple, where Jesus walked and taught, and where Muhammad is said to have ascended to heaven. Could it be that the very ground of Jerusalem acts as a conduit for divine energy? Historians point to Jerusalem's unique role in biblical prophecy. The words of Zechariah echo through time. Then the Lord will be king over all the earth. In that day there will be one Lord, and his name the only name. Is this recent apparition a fulfillment of this ancient promise? Are we witnessing the first steps towards a new era of divine rule? But Jerusalem's spiritual power isn't confined to a single faith. For Jews, it's the eternal capital, the place where the Messiah is expected to appear. Muslims revere it as the third holiest city in Islam. Could this shared reverence have created a spiritual beacon, drawing heavenly attention to this troubled corner of the world? The city's geography adds another layer of mystery. Perched on a plateau between the Mediterranean and the Dead Sea, Jerusalem seems to exist between worlds. Some scholars suggest that this unique positioning makes it a natural bridge between heaven and earth. Are we seeing the results of this cosmic connection played out before our eyes? As we ponder these questions, we can't ignore the current state of Jerusalem, a city divided, contested, and often a flashpoint for conflict. Could the appearance of Jesus and his angels be a divine intervention, a call for peace in a place that has seen so much strife? Is this a message not just for Jerusalem, but for all of humanity? The connections between the vision and Jerusalem's spiritual importance are becoming clearer. This isn't just a random occurrence. It's a carefully chosen stage for a world-changing event. The city that has witnessed so much history may now be the launching point for a new chapter in human existence. As Jerusalem grapples with its newfound attention, whispers of an even more extraordinary revelation begin to circulate. Amid the chaos and wonder, a powerful message rings out across the holy city. What divine words could possibly match the magnitude of this miraculous appearance? As the echoes of celestial voices fade, a new sound emerges, one that sends shivers down the spines of all who hear it. Witnesses report not just seeing Jesus and his angels, but hearing a message so profound it threatens to shake the foundations of faith itself. What words could carry such weight, and why do those who heard them tremble with both fear and joy? Amid the chaos and wonder of the divine apparition, reports begin to circulate of a powerful message resonating across Jerusalem. It's not just the sight of Jesus and his angels that captivates the crowds, but the words that accompany this heavenly vision. Imagine standing in the holy city, your eyes fixed on the radiant figure above, when suddenly a voice like thunder and silk combined washes over you. Witnesses describe a sound that defies earthly explanation, a deep, mysterious hum that seems to vibrate in their very souls. I felt fear overcome me, one local resident confesses, but at the same time a glimmer of hope shone within me. This duality of emotion appears to be a common thread among those who experience the divine communication. But what exactly did this message convey? As experts and scholars rush to interpret the heavenly words, a tapestry of meaning begins to emerge. Some liken the sounds to the biblical trumpets described in the book of Revelation, each blast signifying momentous events in human history. Could this be a warning of impending judgment or a call to spiritual awakening? Others report that while they couldn't understand the exact words, they felt an overwhelming sense of urgency and divine presence. It's as if the message bypassed their ears and spoke directly to their hearts. "I've never felt anything like it," one witness shares, her voice trembling with emotion. "It was like God Himself was reaching out to each of us personally." As religious leaders and linguists pore over recordings of the event, they're struck by the complexity of the message. Layers of meaning seem to unfold with each analysis, revealing depths of wisdom and compassion that leave even the most skeptical experts in awe. Could this be a new revelation for our modern age or the fulfillment of ancient prophecies? The implications of this divine communication are staggering. If this truly is a message from Jesus Himself, how might it change the course of human history? Some believe it's a call for unity among all faiths, while others see it as a final warning before the end times. Whatever the true meaning, one thing is clear: the world will never be the same after this night. As dawn breaks over Jerusalem, the city buzzes with speculation and wonder. The heavenly words seem to have sparked a collective introspection, prompting people of all beliefs to examine their spiritual state. Is this the wake-up call humanity has been waiting for? A chance for redemption and renewal on a global scale? Word of the miraculous message spreads like wildfire, igniting debates and soul-searching far beyond the borders of Israel. As the sun rises on a new day, the world holds its breath, waiting to see how this divine communication will reshape our understanding of faith, purpose, and our place in the cosmos. What transformations await us in the wake of this heavenly revelation? In the blink of an eye, the world as we know it has changed forever. The miraculous vision in Jerusalem has sparked a global phenomenon, with reports of similar sightings and mysterious sounds emerging from every corner of the earth. But as these heavenly occurrences multiply, so too does the discord among nations. Will this divine intervention unite humanity or tear us apart? From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the sun-drenched beaches of Rio de Janeiro, people of all walks of life are grappling with the implications of this earth-shattering event. Social media platforms have erupted with a tidal wave of reactions as millions share their thoughts, fears, and hopes. One online viewer captured the collective awe, declaring, "Seeing Jesus and the angels in the skies of Jerusalem is a true miracle." But it's not just Jerusalem that's experiencing these otherworldly phenomena. Reports of mysterious sounds, often described as celestial trumpets, have surfaced from countless locations around the globe. From the heartland of America to the Australian outback, these unexplained auditory events are creating a sense of unity in wonder and confusion. As news of the apparition spreads like wildfire, world leaders find themselves thrust into uncharted territory. How does one govern in the wake of a potential divine visitation? Some have called for calm and patience, urging their citizens to await further information. Others have embraced the event as a sign of hope in troubled times. But beneath the surface, tensions simmer as nations grapple with the potential geopolitical implications of this miracle. Religious communities worldwide are experiencing a surge of spiritual fervor. Churches, mosques, and temples are overflowing with both longtime believers and those newly drawn to faith. In the wake of the apparition, there's a growing sense of urgency among many believers. Some interpret the sounds and visions as a divine warning about the end times, echoing prophecies from the book of Revelation. Yet not all reactions have been positive. Skeptics and non-believers find themselves struggling to reconcile the seemingly impossible events with their worldviews. Scientists race to find natural explanations for the phenomena, while conspiracy theorists spin elaborate tales of mass deception. Perhaps most surprisingly, the miracle has sparked an unprecedented interest in travel to Jerusalem. People from all corners of the globe are flocking to the holy city, hoping to witness firsthand the sight of this world-changing event. This influx of spiritual tourists is reshaping international relations and economies in ways no one could have predicted. As the dust begins to settle, humanity finds itself at a crossroads. Will this divine manifestation serve as a catalyst for global unity, bringing people of different faiths and cultures together in shared wonder? Or will it deepen existing divisions as conflicting interpretations lead to new conflicts? One thing is certain: the world will never be the same. As we stand on the precipice of this new era, each of us must grapple with profound questions about faith, purpose, and our place in the cosmos. What transformations await us in the wake of this heavenly revelation? Only time will tell, but as the initial shock subsides, a new question begins to emerge. Is this truly unprecedented? Or have there been moments in history that might shed light on our current situation? As we search for answers, we turn our gaze to the past, seeking echoes of divine manifestations through the ages. As we peer into the mists of time, a startling pattern emerges. The skies over Jerusalem have witnessed divine manifestations before, each heralding a profound shift in human history. What secrets lie hidden in these ancient accounts, and how might they illuminate our present miracle? Throughout the ages, humanity has been graced by moments of divine revelation. From burning bushes to angelic visitations, these extraordinary events have shaped the course of civilizations. But how does the recent apparition of Jesus and his heavenly host compare to these historical wonders? Picture this: the year is 1917, and 3 young shepherds in Fatima, Portugal, are about to experience something that will captivate the world. As the sun dances in the sky, the Virgin Mary appears before them, sharing prophecies and calling for spiritual renewal. Sound familiar? The parallels to our present-day miracle in Jerusalem are undeniable. Both events drew massive public attention and sparked a global surge in faith and devotion. But the echoes of the past don't stop there. Throughout history, divine manifestations have often coincided with periods of great upheaval and change. The recent vision in Jerusalem, appearing at a time of global tension and uncertainty, fits this pattern perfectly. Could it be a heavenly wake-up call, urging us to reassess our priorities and reconnect with the divine? Experts suggest that the authenticity of such miraculous events can be evaluated through multiple lenses. Dr. Sarah Thompson, a renowned religious historian, explains, "We look at the historical context, the societal impact, and the reactions of witnesses. Often, these divine signs appear when there's a deep yearning for spiritual connection during times of crisis." Interestingly, the concept of divine manifestations isn't limited to any single faith. From the visions of Buddha to the revelations of Muhammad, similar events have been reported across various religions. This universal human experience of seeking meaning and connection with the divine is powerfully reflected in the diverse reactions to the Jerusalem apparition. But what can these historical parallels tell us about the significance of our present miracle? Some theologians argue that the Jerusalem vision, like its predecessors, may be a catalyst for significant religious movements or reforms. Others see it as a unifying force, bringing people of different faiths together in shared wonder and reverence. As we stand at this crossroads of history, the weight of the past presses upon us. The vision of Jesus and his angels over Jerusalem isn't just a spectacle, it's a call to each of us. Will we heed the lessons of history and allow this divine manifestation to transform our world? Or will it become just another footnote in the annals of time? With the echoes of ancient miracles ringing in our ears, we turn our gaze to an uncertain future. How will this heavenly visitation shape the days to come? What role will each of us play in this unfolding drama of cosmic proportions? As dawn breaks on a new era, one thing is clear: the choice is ours, and the world will never be the same. As the sun sets on this extraordinary day, we stand at the threshold of a new era. The heavens have opened, and the divine has touched our world in a way that defies explanation. The appearance of Jesus and his angelic host over Jerusalem isn't just a spectacle, it's a personal invitation to each of us. Imagine the weight of this moment. The air still vibrates with celestial melodies, and the image of Christ's radiant form lingers in our minds. What will you do with this knowledge? How will you respond to this divine call? The choice is yours, but make no mistake, the world will never be the same. This miraculous event has shaken the foundations of our understanding, uniting people across faiths in shared wonder. As we step into this uncertain future, one thing is clear: we are all part of something greater than ourselves. How will you answer the call?